The most effective method to set up Google Stadia on your cell phone. You can download Google Stadia on any ongoing Android cell phone, while official help is for most Samsung Galaxy, OnePlus, Google Pixel, Asus ROG and Razer telephones. On account of test support, you can utilize some other handset on the equivalent working system. That implies, except if you have an Apple iPhone or extremely old Android telephone, you're ready to play Google Stadia. And gratitude to the free preliminary. It won't cost you straight away either. In case you're a gamer who needs to get into Google Stadia on your telephone, you're in karma, as not at all like on TVs where you'll require the Stadia controller. You can utilize the telephone application with your PS4 or Xbox One controller. Some game cushions work as well, for example, the Razer Kishi. The procedure for getting your game controller associated with your cell phone, at that point to consent to Stadia, can be somewhat muddled, so we've thought of this manual for help you through all the phases of the procedure. Step-by-step instructions to set up the Google Stadia application. On your perfect cell phone, head to the Play Store and download the Google Stadia application. This shouldn't be excessively hard, you most likely skilled to get applications on your telephone. It merits calling attention to. In the event that you don't have any sort of Google account, you may think that it's increasingly helpful to set it up on stadia.google.com and simply sign in to the application thereafter. In the application you ought to have the option to see the Google Stadia interface and any games you have once you get them. Regardless of whether you're going to play Stadia on your telephone, you have to download the application to mess around and peruse the library. So this ought to get really natural. Initially you expected to purchase the Google Stadia Premier Pack to have the option to play on Versatile, which incorporated the controller, as that accompanies 3 months of Stadia Pro. Presently, however, you needn't bother with Stadia Pro to play Stadia. You can't play Google Stadia on cell phones utilizing your fingers. You have to get a controller. In the event that you effectively own a comfort. This is simple, however, on the off chance that not, you may need to purchase the Stadia controller on the web. Very few individuals realize you can associate a game's controller to your cell phone. However, it's in reality truly simple, and valuable as well in case you're a versatile gamer. You can associate a DualShock 4 controller from a PS4, an Xbox One and Xbox 360 controllers, no focuses for think about what these are from. Or the real Google Stadia controller. The Switch Pro controller, and a console and mouse, won't work. In spite of you having the option to utilize it for Stadia on PCs. One choice for associating your controller to your cell phone is by means of USB association. And it's important this is the main choice for specific controllers, you can check which here. Since your cell phone will have a USB-C or micro USB port, you'll need a connector before you plug in your controller, which will probably have a USB 3.0 attachment that you use to charge it in the comfort. You'll need to look around on for this, however it should make for a steady association. The other alternative you have for interfacing your cell phone to your controller is Bluetooth, which works for the PS4 controller just as the standard Xbox One and Xbox Adaptive controllers. Ensure your controller is separated from your comfort before you attempt to make it take a shot at your cell phone. Put your controller into matching mode. You can do this by holding the Options and PS button on the PS4 controller, the last is the little round focal catch, not the huge trackpad. Or on the Xbox controller, essentially by holding the sync button for a couple of moments. On your cell phone, discover the Bluetooth menu by swiping down from the top and squeezing in. Hanging on the Bluetooth symbol. Ensure your gadget is in filtering mode, by squeezing sweep on the off chance that it isn't doing So as of now, and the wireless controller should appear. It merits bringing up that you in some cases need to squeeze filter a couple of times. And turn Bluetooth now and again once more. As it isn't generally a simple blending process. Your controller will quit attempting to combine sooner or later as well on the off chance that it hasn't matched effectively. So in the event that it hasn't worked, remember to begin it once more. Inevitably, if your controller isn't in reality despite everything matched to your reassure. The controller and telephone should combine. Presently to get the controller to work with Google Stadia. Regardless of whether you can match your controller to your telephone. It isn't generally a simple procedure to get Google Stadia to remember it. We'd suggest ensuring your cell phone is refreshed to its most recent adaptation, which will be Android 10. In the Google Stadia application, press the controller symbol in the upper right corner of the screen, directly by the account symbol. On the off chance that your telephone is exceptional, and the controller is effectively combined, you should see the controller here. And you can choose it to match the gadgets. It merits bringing up, in our testing forms. We experienced difficulty with this progression. However, refreshing to Android 10 fixed the issue. Google states you should be on the most recent working framework to utilize a Bluetooth association. In spite of the fact that we've heard reports of individuals on Android 9 fruitful utilizing a USB association with work it at any rate. In any case, we'd prescribe refreshing to Android 10 only for its advantages. And all the formerly good cell phones have the overhaul at any rate. So there's no motivation to adhere to Android 9. On the off chance that all has worked, your PS4, Xbox or Stadia controller should now be perceived by the application. And you can hop straight into your game. On the off chance that you need a proposal of what to play, we have a rundown of the best Google Stadia games for you to counsel, and more are being included constantly. If you like the video, do not forget to subscribe and like. Thanks for watching.